Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a Club Brugge preview here against Dortmund. We are playing against Dortmund on Wednesday in the Champions League. So let's see here what will the selection be, what are we expecting tactically, and what are the chances of getting a positive result. As you know, if you watch my channel, I think that the Dortmund game is one of the few games where we have a chance at getting a positive result, where we can get a draw, which will be crucial in getting to those 9 points, which, theoretically speaking, should get us over the line and into the knockout phases. Like that pre-knockout phase, I guess, playoff. Now, this is the average selection from Club Brugge. This is what we've seen all season long. Although Sees will start ahead of Sabbe most of the times, if I can find him here. So, Sees will usually start ahead of Sabbe, with Sabbe coming on as a substitute. This is what we've mostly seen so far, with Scovolsen coming off with Skoras and stuff like that. Now, will we see the same lineup, the exact same lineup? I'm not quite sure. And the reason is, we have a Ghent game after we play this game. So we want to rest some of our players, because we want some of these crucial players in here to be fit for that game against Ghent. Like, these are players, if these are not fit, that Ghent game suddenly becomes a lot more difficult. And Ghent, if they win both of their games in hand, which includes us, I suppose, then they're the top of the league. So if we beat Ghent, then no matter what Ghent does, they can't go top of the league. So we just need to beat Ghent, get top of the league, and stop them from going there. That will affect how we play in the Champions League, I think. Now, Ghent has to play in the Conference League as well, I believe. So it's not like they don't have European football of their own. But I doubt we really go with our full strength attacking lineup here. I think we might see something a bit more defensive, especially since Dortmund. We won't be able to go toe to toe with them. So we might just sit deeper and try to soak up the pressure. Now, Vetlesen is not the man you want in midfield to do that. I would personally imagine Vetlesen does not play, or at least does not start, with Yashari instead starting this game. Zolis and Scovolsen are both great options in our wings, of course, but you would like to keep one of them fit for the game against Ghent. So I won't be surprised if Zolis or Scovolsen gets dropped for Jutla, where maybe Jutla can start the game then. Perhaps Zolis getting dropped for Jutla, and then maybe even Scovolsen getting dropped for Skoras, although I doubt they both don't start at the same time. I think it's either or, I don't think they both don't play. But I personally think it's more likely to see Jutla play, because again, Jutla is so versatile. He can play left wing, right wing, striker and attacking midfielder. He can play anywhere. So if you're going to take off Nielsen later in the game, let's say you're winning 1-0, and you want to take off Nielsen for the Ghent game, then you can slot Jutla into that striker role, and he'll still fit very well. Then we've got some other players on here, such as Boyata, who is not really good, so let's not even talk about him. But more interesting, Spileers, Romero and Seque, which are 3 defenders. And how do they slot into this defense here? Because this is the area they would play. I do imagine Mechelen, getting quite old, would want some rest in games like this. But I do think he starts. So I think he comes off after a few minutes. After maybe 60 minutes, I imagine Mechelen comes off the pitch for perhaps Spileers or Romero. I doubt Ordóñez comes off. Ordóñez has an engine on him. He can keep running all game long. He can do that, no problem. But Mechelen, I don't think he can do that and then go in the Ghent game and keep running as well. He's just too old for that now. The Kuiper, I do reckon the Kuiper starts. So this is about the lineup I'd imagine seeing here, with possible substitutions of Scovolsen and Mechelen, as well as Nielsen. Those are the 3 players that I really look at that potentially come off. And Van Aken could also come off if we have a comfortable lead, but don't count on it. Don't count on having a 2-0 lead against Dortmund. But if we do, yeah, Van Aken is definitely coming off. But that's definitely not happening either, so don't count on it. With that said, what are the chances of us winning here? Now, Club Brugge has a super weapon, and Joachim says over here. This kid, and I know I've hyped him up all season long, but this kid can cross a ball as well as Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he can defend even better, and his close passing is very neat. This kid is not staying at Club Brugge for long. He will have 1, maybe 2 seasons here, then a big club will be in for him and he will be bye-bye. We will get big cash for him, I imagine, too. So, Says is our super weapon here. Says his crossing, just picture perfect crosses into Nielsen. Let's see if Dortmund is prepared for that. Because Dortmund like to play those high lines, they like to play confidence, they like to be all over you, right? That's just the German way to play football. Van Aken can play those balls in behind, in those half spaces as well, for Jutla and Schovolsen to run into. But Says, if Dortmund is a bit slow in coming back on a counter-attack, and Says is overlapping here, and he can find Nielsen with a cross, which he is very capable of, Nielsen scores those headers 9 out of 10 times. That is about the most likely way I see Club Brugge scoring. I don't think it's gonna be a Van Aken wonder goal, because everyone knows in Europe how dangerous Van Aken is. Van Aken has shown levels to Casemiro, Modric, and who was the other one in midfield? I believe it was Marcelo at the Bernabeu. Or was it close? No, I believe it was Marcelo. Casemiro, Modric, Marcelo. Hans van Aken showed levels to them at the Bernabeu. He's done so with many other midfields as well in Europe. Everybody understands the danger of Hans van Aken. So I think he will be closely marked, especially as he's getting older now. He's also degrading in ability. But nobody knows how dangerous Says can be yet. Nobody knows how dangerous Nielsen can be yet. And if you're gonna be marking Van Aken closely, it means you're gonna sacrifice space somewhere. With all 3 of these players being lethal finishers, especially Nielsen. I don't think it's likely Club Brugge get a good result here. In fact, I think we probably get, if I'm being realistic, 1-2 for Dortmund. I think Dortmund wins this with difficulties. But I do believe that there's something in it for us. If we give it our all, if we defend like our lives depend on it, I do believe we can get a draw. And that first draw can be a statement, yeah? After this game, we play Sturmgras. Win that game, then you have 4 out of 9 points needed to advance to the knockout playoff stage, whatever you call it. This first game is make or break, confidence-wise, for Club Brugge. If we win this game, draw it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's not think about winning yet. If we draw this game, I think we should beat Sturmgras every day of the week. I think we should beat either Celtic or Sporting. So then I'm just looking at a single upset between Aston Villa and maybe Juventus, AC Milan. Not Manchester City, that's not realistic, but I'm looking at a single upset in one of those games to get you to those 9-10 points that you will need. I don't think the chances are very high though. So for Club Brugge, this game is important. I understand the Ghent game is afterwards. You don't want to play all your best players and be exhausted by the time the Ghent game comes around. If we play to our level in the Ghent game and in the Dortmund game, we can get good results in both of them. So that is just my opinion. Do tell me your opinion down below. You don't have to be a Brugge fan. If you're a rival fan, tell me your opinion about the game. And thank you guys for sticking along to the end. Please do be liking and subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next one.